8:45 and in your Monday morning health alert right now, recreational cannabis use and possession will be legal in Maryland starting July 1st. That's just about 2 weeks away. Although there are many benefits, doctors are sounding the alarm, reminding people about the potential health risks. Dr. Greg Hobelmann is with the Ashley Addiction Treatment, and he is joining us to explain some of the risks that are out there. Good morning, doctor.
Morning. Thanks for having me.
Sure. You're starting to see a couple other states that already have it legalized, so we can look back at some of their, you've got Washington State, Colorado, the two main ones that people have been looking. They were kind of legalized recreational marijuana years ago. So when you start looking at statistics here and what Maryland can expect, what do people start looking at, and are those studies accurate?
Well, every study has confounding factors that you have to look at, and I think more will be revealed in time, as there's a greater access. And that really is the important thing to pay attention to, that as we increase access, the perceived risk that people have has been reduced greatly. And it's important for people to understand about marijuana and be really thoughtful about their use to limit the potential harms. But we'll be finding out a lot in the next few years.
Doctor, what about the big question that everyone says, can it be addictive?
Absolutely, yeah. So we know very clearly that people can develop a substance use disorder. There are criteria for substance use disorders, but when you're thinking about it, the main question is to say, are you continuing to use despite negative consequences? And that absolutely happens. So in certain cases, people use and it becomes a major factor in their life, and there are a lot of negative consequences associated with it. So people have to pay close attention. In addition, there is a dependency and a withdrawal from it when people are using heavily.
Yeah, you hear a lot of people saying, okay, well, I need to use it. They're almost self-medicating there, and it depends on, and that goes through any age group. When we start talking about the health risks, though, any issues besides actually if you smoke it and versus if you eat it through the edibles, but if you smoke it, there's still lung issues. What about brain health issues? Sure.
I mean, we've known for quite some time that it does have potential harm with regard to functional outcomes in the future. It's potentially, it's most risky in the adolescent population because, that's when the frontal cortex is developing, and the cannabinoid system inherently is very involved in that. And the frontal lobe is important for planning and executing. So it's been associated with some decrease in points in an IQ. It's been associated with poor function in school. And then, of course, it has effects with concentration and attention. In addition to the things that you mentioned, it can actually worsen the symptoms of anxiety, depression, and, of course, psychotic disorders.
Dr. Greg Hobelmann with Ashley Addiction Treatment Center, where anyone can go to get even more information on this. Thank you so much for giving us a few minutes of your time.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
I'm Megan Gillen. Thanks for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.